Welcome to the 8th oldest stadium in the country, Vaught Hemingway in Oxford, Mississippi, home of the Ole Miss Rebels, where the fans never lose a tailgate and don't plan on losing the game today. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 23 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Texas A&M's offense takes the field for the first time today. And there he is, a man who makes an entire stadium hold its breath every time he touches the ball, Jesse.
This defense better have a lot of breath in this game, too, because he gets better as the game goes on. He's the kind of guy, David, who can wear a defense down.
Yeah, and he is the primary focus. That's what this defense is focused and keyed in on. We got to stop him if we're going to have success today.
Makes one man miss. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Really good-looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space. It was so difficult to bring down to the ground. All 11 guys on defense had to rally to the football. This guy has a little bit of that, too. If they can find more creative ways to get this guy out in the open field, watch out, because he's a home run waiting to happen.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Shotgun snap on third down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Looking to the big tight end. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Turning to the running game on first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Trying to get in the end zone again. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Ole Miss offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time, right? We got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Back to throw, it's Brady. He makes the connection. And a little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into their rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows.
Fires a bullet, now it's picked off. Trying to take it back. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
Off play action on first down. And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback.
And early in the game, I love when you set the tone and make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. Nice job getting him on the ground, getting your first sack of the day. Listen, they had 3 last week, but they want to continue to build on that number and keep getting it higher, and that's a great start.
Trying to get to him. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it right down the middle. Makes the grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target, then make the big play, get the touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. James Madison needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Harrisonburg behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to UTEP. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out to the 25.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. And if you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. Here's the handoff. Bulldoze ahead. He's down at the 18 after picking up 5.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Running the red zone, it's Coates. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now because of the pass completion. It's 1st and goal.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggie. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lane. The 16. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The RPO, fire complete to the left.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Trying to get behind the defense. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Rebels are marching down the field. Going up top on first down. He's got his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
And And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score a touchdown.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And the Rebels line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
The give from the gun. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Big time touchdown there to get some much needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the catch. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
Right. 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally, and they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
A&M comes back out with another 1st down. He's going to pass. He's got him in the flat. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They'll try the run. Keeps the legs moving. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Looking for a gap. It's Coates. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
From the shotgun, the inside give. And the Aggies get enough to move the chains.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up your 1st down.
So close to cashing it in for this offense. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you've got to bow up. Nice job on first down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. It is good. And that lead grows even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Trailing down by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something in it.
You don't see that very often. You don't see the big tight ends with the soft mitts and the big, huge hands and the nice, sticky gloves. You don't see them drop many of those balls that hit them right there in the hands. That was a missed opportunity by the tight end right there.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense has it 1st and 10 from their own 20. From the gun to give, looking for room. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. The Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. Might as well stick with him. Runs through the tackle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's complete. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Quarterback does surveying the defense there. Great job pre-snap recognition, understanding the coverage. He goes to his curl route, gets the completion, and picks up the first.
And the Rebels are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. Just slithered through the tackle, and he's got room to run. He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a first down. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Line getting set on 2nd down.
Get set.
Scanning the field, it's Brady. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Caught, close to the marker, it's Smith. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that 1st.
He's got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Rebels!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the 2nd half.
He's going to throw deep right side. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Pulls it in on the left. Got a lot of running room. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Aggies!
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, tough to beat the pageantry and tradition there today in Oxford. And you know, in a day where the spread option and air raid are the offenses of choice, how nice is it to see the 3 yards and a cloud of dust approach? Although we've also seen some runs go for a lot longer. Physical offensive lines coupled with great backs is like a throwback to the olden days, and that's refreshing. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Vaught Hemingway.
Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the 3rd quarter started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff. stopped at the 17. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
They give it to him again. Got room at the 35. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
And the Rebels have this offense rolling. Dropping back, it's Brady. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
When you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Quickly out to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
Finds his big tight end. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Third down and short is exactly what you want on offense because you can run the football, make the defense suck up, but you can also throw it. Nice execution, 3rd and short, now set up in a 1st and goal situation.
They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Oh, the defense moved in there too quickly. You think it's never going to work until it does, and that'll be a first down. The penalty on the defense, but they don't really give up much ground. There's not much to lose this close to the end zone. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal?
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Trying to pound it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. Still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
This offense has a second down play. They'll run the option. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
He's right on target. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in third and short, third and medium, third and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play. How long have the Aggies been fishing for jumbo plays like that one?
Just dying for it. They just want high-flying offense. They want fun. They want excitement. They had it back in the day with Johnny Manziel. Been searching for those big-time plays, that big-time offense since that point.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Going to the ground. Can't get him to the ground. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The Aggies will keep this drive going.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you got to have balance. You can't always throw for it on third down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scaffold, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Iowa is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Niall Kinnick among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Boise State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Pulls it in. It's Smith. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Looking to throw, it's Brady. Throws for the tight end. On target to the left. Hit the afterburners, kid. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Rebels. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And you can tell he trusts his big tight end. airing the football way down the field, treat him like a wide receiver because you know he's going to go up, make the big play, get you in the end zone, score a touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. I know they put up really good numbers on offense, but David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tired cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job on the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
That's an interesting call going play action on third and long because the defense is not worried about you handing the football off. That's not freezing anybody, especially these defensive ends. They're going right up the field. You saw that time the pocket collapse as they were able to get to the quarterback.
First run of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Oh, how did he make that move? Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This feels like a pivotal moment. Get the ball back on the punt. You need to put points on the board on this drive.
Yeah, it's a sense of urgency right now has got to be high for this offense. Trailing the way they are here, David, they've got...
Oh, sick, nasty move, and he's loose. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Oh, he spun away like a vapor. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They're going to run it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the football.
And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to throw. Oh, he wants it all. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And it's okay that that ball's incomplete. It's important this offense comes out and they show that they want to be aggressive. They show that they're willing to take shots and they're going to try and take the top off of this defense. Not able to connect on that one, but that will not be the last deep ball we see in this game.
At the 45 on his way. And And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another playoff here in the third. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll put the tight end in motion. Looking to go up top on first down. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. That is the last thing you want on first down as an offense, a sack. Now it's second down. Pressure coming. Setting up the screen. Great move. Now he's got room. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. He wants to throw. Got him downfield. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. He's looking to throw it. The freshman trying to take a shot, but put just a little too much on it.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Enormous play coming right here. Third down, and this crowd is bringing down the house. Quarterback will keep it. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw in that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. Wide out in motion. Using his feet. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. He is such a dangerous weapon as a runner. It's almost as if it makes the defense tentative because they know the slightest of errors, and he's to the house.
No doubt about it. This is a guy that's going to hurt defenses throwing the football and running the ball as well, and stresses your defense in so many different ways. So this defensive coordinator now has got to find new ways to try and slow him down, contain him. You just got to get the ball out of his hands, because when he's got it, man, he can kill you.
Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. On second down, will they go back to the ground game? Wide receiver now comes in motion. To the air, it's Brady. Finds a soft spot in the middle.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You've got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Skips away from pressure. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism. He's got length. He's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
He's got great speed. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Looking for a productive play on first down. Looking for a crease. It's Coates. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, first down. He'll pull it on the read. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
And now on second down for this offense. The give to the back. Just plowing down the field. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming. Right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On third down, going up top. Fires to the big fella. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. This field goal try to make it a 3-score game late. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. The Hawkeyes have been hanging in there, but they're going to need something to break their way, and soon. They're up by 5 over Boise State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make the play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Dumps it off in the flats. Shakes off the tackle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Take the return out of the equation in this rainy weather. Fair catch is signaled for and made. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give as they work on that clock. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off. And really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive lanes.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Throws to the tight end. On target over the middle. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
A&M comes back out with another 1st down. From the gun, running back on the move. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, the running back has it. What a tough-minded, hard-edged run. He gets it to the 24.
The coaches told us in pregame that they love this back's mixture of speed and power. Listen, he's not the power back all the time, but he's moving so fast that it's hard to get him to the ground.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw.